coming to you with a video that may be a little bit off the cuff. I always try to put the word of God in my videos. I don't know how I'm gonna do it on this particular one because it is about karmic relationships and third-party relationships. I get a lot of readings about people in third-party relationships. And if you don't know what third-party relationships are and karmic relationships are, Google twin flames, and you can also Google karmic partners and things like that. If you are in the Christian sector, look in things like soul ties and things like that. But it's just disturbing to me that right now, the way that it is, all the things that are going on, that people are focusing on things like that, third-party relationships, being in relationships that are not healthy or toxic. There is a spirit of narcissism that's running rampant, ego, pride, lust, things of those nature. And, you know, I wanted to talk about this because a lot of my clients call me and they find themselves in third parties, or they're accepting of third parties. And yes, there are people that are willing to be in third party relationships. When I say people that are willing to be in third party relationships, you're asking for trouble, okay? When you settle for being in that third party relationship or being a party to a relationship where someone is in a spiritual relationship or a healthy relationship, and you interject yourself in inadvertently or on purpose, you are putting yourself in harm's way for other things to come in and mess up for you. So I wanted to talk about that topic of third party. I watched several different readers myself, and because I don't read myself, because I know my situation, I always tell readers, don't read yourself, because you can manipulate the cards with your energy and your spirit and things like that. So when you are getting these readings, it's very imperative that you stick with one or two readers, okay? Don't go reading, getting readings from here, there, and everywhere, these picker cards and things like that. Not to say that I don't like the picker cards, because I do have a couple picker card readers that I would love to go ahead and refer you guys to. But don't do too many, because what happens is these cards are guided by energy. And the energy, it changes constantly. And you cannot life off of tarot, okay? I found a lot of my clients, went through things like depression and anxiety, fear of rejection, things like that from being in third-party relationships. And myself, I've been in some third-party relationships willingly and unwillingly. So I wanted to bring a reading or a message to you guys today about that, because we deserve better. We're learning to love the life that we live here, Lady DeeTarot, and to be in a third-party relationship or a relationship that has two or more people in it, or spreading yourself thin and your energy thin out to 2 or 3 relationships, is very detrimental to your spirit well-being and your spiritual health. So the first thing I want to say is that, remember, you reap what you sow, okay? If you are wanting a long-lasting, loving, faithful, committed relationship, that is what you must put out. If you are not ready for that, I say save yourself till you're ready, because what you're doing is you're building a big karmatic circle that you have to learn through to get through, okay? And it's not one of the funnest things ever. I don't know if you've ever been in love with someone and they went out and they cheated on you or left you for someone else. But, well, let's talk about that, okay? When we go through a breakup, or when we're in a relationship with somebody who has someone else, the insecurity starts to set in, okay? And what's inside will come outside. So it makes me angry when I hear a lot of my clients say, well, I'll be the side chick. What? What? Are you serious? Are you going to settle for that? Is that what you really want? I mean, I can't be the side piece. I'm the empress. I'm the queen. I'm the one that needs to get all the attention in a relationship. Yes, I have been cheated on. Yes, I have been the cheater. But let's talk about that as it relates to everything else that goes on in your life. So I know you guys have always heard the saying that the vampire can't get in unless you invite him in. Right. So that one little doorway, that one situation that is allowing the enemy to come into your life and take havoc comes to kill, steal, and destroy. A lot of things can happen being in third-party relationships and karmic relationships, toxic relationships. Now, I am a true and firm believer of the twin flame journey. That is one of the best journeys you can ever be on in your entire life. But everybody doesn't have that. A lot of us have soulmates. And with having a soulmate, that's still, you can get joy from that. Okay? It's about the memories and the love that you make and how you make each other better. Okay? You cannot make each other better only giving 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%. A relationship is 100. Okay? And I'm learning this. Okay? I have settled before because some old saying in the South is having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. The devil is a liar. Okay? You can not make someone love you. And no one can love you unless they love themselves. So, I plead to you, I beg to you, quit settling for these third-party relationships, being the side chick, or being someone, a home wrecker, or, just someone's plaything or play toy, because you deserve better than that. And yes, it may hurt because a lot of us get codependent at times and we are used to that. Some of us don't know what a real healthy relationship is. The first thing that I can tell you is when you start questioning what your morals and your values are, that's not the relationship for you. When there's physical violence or emotional abuse, something of that nature, that's not it. That's not it. I know that on the twin flame journey, you guys, we have been conditioned to know that there's 7 steps to that. You can Google it, the 7 steps of the twin flame journey. And that is the most toxic relationship that you can be in. It can damn near kill you. When you begin to love yourself and really know what love is, then you can grow and have healthy relationships. As sad as it may be, a lot of men associate relationship with sex. A lot of women associate love with sex. And we should not, because they're 2 different things. Everybody that you love, you don't have to have sex with. Everybody you have sex with, you don't have to be in love with. These are just natural things that we know as human beings, and we all go through the emotional part of it. But when you set yourself up for failure, which is what you're doing when you say, hey, I'm going to be that karmic, or hey, I'm going to be in that third-party relationship, or I'm going to accept it, because sometimes we get put into situations that we don't know about because people lie, steal, cheat, whatever, kill, murder. They do all those types of things. But there's a way to use discernment to not fall victim to that, okay? There is something called your guts, okay? I say that that's your God seed planted inside of you. That's your natural instinct. Use your instinct. There are certain zodiac signs that are great with intuition. Pisces, my water signs, they are great with intuition. They go with it. If they own it, they own it. We